Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Sonic Love. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to upgrade the firmware on the Q36 Mini. Now, this has been an absolute wonderful little handheld, really powerful. I know a lot of people were saying it's too small, but honestly, trust me, this thing is a little mini powerhouse. But what we need to do is update the firmware and also add MAME. I know a lot of people were saying there was a missed opportunity because it didn't have any arcade games on there. Well, luckily that we can add the OPK file to that, and in this video I'll be showing you how to update the firmware and also adding MAME. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So what we need to do is go to the FunkeyS project homepage. We need to click on the wiki site. When we come to the wiki site, you'll see that it has the firmware upgrade with the Q36, the Powkiddy Q36. You will also know that it runs the same operating system, the same OS. So what we need to do is we need to head to the latest FunkeyS. So when we click on it, it will take us to the main page. If we scroll down, you'll see the FunkeyS new firmware here. We literally do the image if you want to flash it to a new card, which I will do, guys. And also, but at the moment we want to update the stock SD card that we got. It's only 32 gig, but this is how you would do an upgrade. So what we want to do is we want to open it. We want to save as, so we're going to save it into our downloads. When we save, it should only take a couple of seconds. As you can see, I've already done it. It takes a few seconds. Okay, so what we want to do is minimize the screen itself. We want to go to downloads, and we should have the new update of the firmware there. And all we have to do, guys, is simply open another file browser. Let's move it along to the side. Let's take our Q36. Let's power it down by holding it. It will say shutting down, and we simply eject the SD card. We place it into the PC reader. It should come up on the side, and all we simply do is click on the drive that it is in, and we drag and drop into the main root of the SD card. So we'll drag it over, and we simply just drop it in the root. It takes a few seconds. We simply then take the SD card out, and we're going to pop it back into the Q36. So we just pop the SD card back in, and we simply power on the unit. It will say updating. Comes up with a little tool sign. I will do a video on how well the performance is on the new firmware, but at the moment we're just going to show you how to update the current SD card that you will have with stock firmware, and also how to add the firmware to a new fresh SD card. I'm going to try a 256 gig. Not too sure if it'll handle it, but it's something we can test out. And then also show you how to add OPK file for Arcade and any other systems of third party systems you wish to add to your Q36 or FunkeyS. It does take a little while, but please don't turn off the system. Just wait till it does its job. And there we have it. So it does do it twice, guys, but just so you know that the firmware is now been updated, which is really cool. So I will do a video, as I say, on testing the performance, because I know that the FunkeyS had the original FunkeyS that I have had a good PS1, but this one was like for Tekken 3, I think, was a little bit laggy when I know it was actually playing perfectly fine on the FunkeyS, so the update might have done that. I will do a little bit of gameplay testing at the end of this video if you wish to stick around to the end. So what we're going to do now, guys, is add the OPK file of Mame so we can play our arcade games. So we're going to take the SD card back out. So first we need to shut down the unit. We need to take out the SD card again, pop it back into the PC. So once we have the SD card back into the PC, we need to go to emulators. So let's click on the root, and as you can see, we have a list here of emulated games where the ROM files will be transferred over to, and also we have emulators. So if we click into the emulators, you should see the OPK files. As you can see, there is a lovely little list there, but one thing we're missing is Arcade. So let me pop the internet back up, and what we can do is we can go to the wiki page. So this is the website, which is www.funky/project.com. Then, as I say, when we click on it, it takes us to the page, and then we can go to the home, the store, documentation, wiki. We've got a cool Discord and also GitHub as well. So what we need to do is just quickly go to wiki. We need to go to third-party apps. We need to scroll down. And here we have a list of emulator systems from third party. So TurboGrafx, WonderSwan, SNES, PlayStation, NES, and as you can see at the top, what we're actually looking for is Arcade. It is also supported for Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, PSP, but I doubt they work. But if you read it, you may be able to test out a few things. Who knows? I didn't have time to read. So let's go to Arcade. So once we can find out where we can get the emulators packs from, it's up to you what you want to do. You can search through the wiki on the FunkeyS website, or you can just Google emulators OPK. And as you scroll down, you can see a list of OPKs that are easy to download. And we simply choose them. Once you have downloaded your OPK, we then head to our SD card. We find our SD card itself, which is here, which is E. If we go to emulators, you'll see that we already have a list of OPKs already available. So I'm going to open a new file. I'm going to place it to the side. I'm going to search for my OPKs. So I put them in documents. And we simply just going to drop them in. So I have the 3 that I want to test out here. So we simply just drag and drop, as easy as that. What we need to do then is back out. We need to create a folder, as we need a folder to add our ROMs. So now that I have my ROMs downloaded into the main folder, simply by going into your artwork, if you have it, images, and as you can see I have them. As long as it has the same name as the ROM itself, it will show up on the FunkeyS. So I'm going to copy them all, and I'm simply just going to drag and drop over the images. So now that's done. When that's done, we can head over to our Q36 and see if it's worked. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to flash the new image onto a brand new SD card, not the existing SD card. So I'll show you the process again. I'm going to use a 256 gig just to see if it works with this. If not, then the process will be the same, but it'll have to be on a lower card. So let's go right into it. So we head to the FunkeyS homepage. We click on Wiki. We scroll down and you will see some sub boxes. And as we scroll down, you will then see update FunkeyS firmware with a question mark. So when we click on it, it takes us to this page here. So as you can see, we are on the firmware upgrade, and as you can see here, for the latest release of the firmware, we simply click the link. It brings us to a little bit of information about what has changed. But if we scroll down to the bottom, as you can see, we have the images here. Now, we did the FWU, which was to update the existing SD card that we had, but this time we're going to use the image itself. So we click on the image. We can save it in documents. Save it. It shouldn't take too long. It says 2 minutes. So I'll see you when it's finished, guys. So once the image is downloaded, once we have the image itself, so here we have the image. So what we need to do is now flash it. So we need to close. Go to a third-party application called Blender Etcher, open it up. We need to select our image, so it's in Documents. We can select our FunkeyS. We simply open it. We select the target, which is a SD card. It has to be FAT32. We click continue and we flash it. You will be prompted that you are about to flash the SD card. We click yes, continue. And the process will start. It doesn't take too long, guys. It says flash is complete. So we eject the SD card. We pop it into the FunkeyS. We turn it on. It's creating the partitions and the file systems. Takes a little time, but please don't eject it or turn it off. Wait till it resets itself and you will see the image. And as you can see, we are back to the new firmware. Quickly, I will turn down the brightness. Sorry about the one hand, guys, but that's how I have to do the video today. So as you can see, it's gone back to the stock image, but you can change the image if you choose. We have all the systems now on there, which is really nice. And as you know, we can now add Mame and also Final Burn Alpha to play our favorite arcade games. So I think that is pretty cool. What I will do, I'll do a quick video on some Final Burn Alpha and Mame gameplay, and then I'll do a separate video showcasing the performance of it, because I know not all games are going to work. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there. So that is Mame running on the Powkiddy Q36, and as I say, you can also add it to the FunkeyS. I think the size of this and the fact that now we can play arcade games as well as the improvements of the software and the update makes play a lot better and GBA a lot better as well. So overall, this is one little tiny, mighty, powerful device. I really enjoy it. It's something you can just stick in your pocket, not even worry about it, and just whip it out and play some of your favorite retro arcade games and systems. It really is truly a magnificent little device. And as I say, I love the FunkeyS, but my only gripe was just it was so uncomfortable. This just makes it so comfortable, and all I can say is well done, Powkiddy, for making this. Love to know what you think, guys. Hope the tutorial helped. And as always, take care.